Hey guys, what's up? Mike here. And today, on this lovely Thursday, we have another review on My Hero Academia, chapter 127. And I actually almost didn't get this review out today, but I'm really glad I did. I had some school stuff going on, but I managed to work around it and make this video, so I hope you guys enjoy. Now let's get into it. One more thing before I start the review. This isn't me being picky or anything. This is just me pointing out what I want to do with my channel and how I want to work it and improve it and move it up as I go along. So for anyone who actually doesn't like my reviews, that's fine. That comes with the YouTube career. I mean, people don't like your stuff always, so it's something you gotta accept. But if you don't like it, just let me know what you didn't like about it in the comments below, because I really do want to try to improve this channel and grow from where I am now. So any constructive criticism is nice. Just try to be nice about it in the comments. And yeah, so let's get into it. This chapter picks up right where we left off with the whole Izuku face trying to do comedy. And that was a hilarious scene from last chapter. But we pick it up here with Sir immediately criticizing Izuku's All Might face. You know, the wrinkles are off, you know, this and that is not right. And just goes to show that Sir really knows his stuff about All Might. And then we see Sir's actual room, and it's covered with All Might posters and merchandise and all the above. And Izuku even recognizes one of the things as like a super rare collector's item that he wants. So it's clear that Sir is a huge fan of All Might and is able to pretty much regurgitate almost any facts about him, especially shown when Izuku realizes this. And personally, I thought this was extremely clever on Izuku's part. He immediately mentions, "Oh yeah, do you remember the vinegar suicide incident or whatever it was called, where a student was drowning in water, and his quirk had to do with changing the manifestation of water or the composition of water, and he actually just changed it to vinegar because he was panicking. And All Might went in the river anyways and got his eyes all damaged and was smelling like vinegar, all just to save this kid, even though that wasn't a huge accomplishment for All Might. It was just, you know, one of those things that a hero does because he's a hero. And that was just like a prime example, and that's where he got the All Might face from. You know, the vinegar eyes that All Might had in his eyes when he was doing the interview after the incident was the same face that Izuku made when he was trying to be funny for Sir. So Sir respected that, and he realized that Izuku also knows his stuff about All Might too. And Izuku, being very clever in this situation, he actually, you know, took advantage of his surroundings and was able to analyze what Sir actually wants to hear and give it to him, even though he couldn't do the whole humor thing just because he's not a funny guy. So as I was saying, Sir kind of knows about this incident and respects Izuku for knowing it, and also kind of just like goes on to you know, fangirl about All Might a little bit when they're talking about the incident back and forth, trading facts and whatnot. So we see that they're both, you know, they have that in common. You know, they both love All Might and they both, you know, love what he stands for. So then we go and it's kind of like an interview scenario where Sir's sitting at his desk and just kind of, you know, telling Izuku, you know, what's up with the whole job and how he'll be, you know, really busy. He'll be getting behind his other students, probably being pulled out of class and whatnot. And yeah, so Izuku brings out the contract and asks Sir to, you know, stamp it. So Sir brings the stamp down and stamps right beside it, completely misses, and says, "You know what? I don't wanna. You know, what do you provide for me? I realize that I would be benefiting you here a lot, but I already have 2 interns that, you know, do the job pretty fine. So why do I need you here?" And when he said that, I was kind of like, oh damn. That's a very solid point. What is Izuku gonna bring to you? Even though he's got, you know, a crazy quirk, he's got a lot of potential. What at this point can Izuku show him that will show him potential or show him value as an intern or someone who will be able to bring help? Because right now he's still kind of, even though he's determined for his goals and whatnot, he doesn't have a lot of, let's just say, ability to pull them off. I mean, he does have the quirk, but it's still in the growing process, and at the fairly beginning of it too. I mean, I know we're 127 chapters in, but he's still at 8% for One for All or something like that. So he's still got a long way to go. The question of what does Izuku provide Sir is not only for Sir's purpose, but it's for Izuku. It's kind of a question to help him decide his future path. I mean, he knows his future path to a certain degree, but he also has to realize, you know, what he can do to make that come true. What is within him, or what are his potential, you know, capabilities that he can bring to the world of heroes or to anybody to, you know, help or do what he wants. Sir then goes Gran Torino style, as we saw in the earlier chapters, kind of similar to this situation, where he says, "All right, you know what? Since you can't really demonstrate your value with words, you're gonna have to show me. You're gonna have to try and take this chess piece from me in under 3 minutes. And if you do that, then you will have demonstrated your value." And that's the same thing that, you know, Gran Torino did. He just said, you know, "Izuku, you gotta touch me and then, you know, maybe I'll train you. And the parallels between these scenes are really interesting, especially at the end of the chapter, because we know that Gran Torino was bouncing around the walls and completely avoiding Izuku before, but now we see that Izuku is the one bouncing around the walls and trying to obtain the chess piece. So the parallels are interesting, just to show where Izuku has come and what he's already been able to accomplish and what needs to be accomplished in the future. Because, you know, so it's not always about honing your physical abilities, it's honing your mental abilities too. And in order to beat Foresight, which is you know, Sir's quirk, which will let you see into the future actions of a person if you look at them and touch them for the next hour. In order to see past that, in order to beat that, you have to win a mental battle, not a physical battle. So that's where this parallels kind of come into battle here, and showing that this isn't a physical battle like Gran Torino, even though it's so similar. This one is going to be more about mentally overcoming the obstacles and beating Sir. At this point in the chapter, I was kind of thinking back and wondering, you know, why is Sir not aware, or is he aware of All Might's predicament? Because Izuku's power is so similar to All Might's power, and there's so many things about Izuku that are similar to All Might. And if he was All Might's sidekick for so many years, and he's such a big fan, and he's so smart and has foresight, I just find it extremely hard to believe that he didn't know about One for All. And we find out later on in the chapter that he did know it. So that's good. I'm glad they didn't just gloss over it. But that's coming up in a minute. That was kind of a big oh damn moment, so I'll get to that in a second. So poor Izuku, he's got to complete this challenge for Sir, which is almost impossible at this point. Togata even says, you know, this is basically impossible for him. How are you supposed to grab a chess piece from someone with a augmenting strength quirk that can just make you move faster if he can literally read all of your moves and know what you're going to do next? I mean, it's kind of impossible. But this foresight quirk reminds me a lot of the principal's quirk of intelligence, you know, and I really like these styles of quirk where it's not just based on your physical abilities, because that can really stretch out the possibilities of where these powers can go. And just having a person who's able to see the future and someone who's able to have super intelligence, it just makes me have such great hope for the future of this series and the future of new characters being introduced. So after Izuku tries for the first time and pretty much gets predicted by Sir, Sir pulls the bombshell, and he says, listen, you're basically mediocre, there's nothing special about you, I won't acknowledge you in the slightest, and I think that it should have been Miorio or Togata to have inherited One for All. And that was kind of like the oh damn moment of this chapter, because then we realize, well, first of all, Sir knows about this quirk, and second of all, Izuku never knew that it was supposed to be Miorio in the first place. So this could either really hurt his pride, you know, that All Might was going to pick somebody else before him, or it could either, you know, it could actually raise it, because then he thinks like, okay, well, he was going to pick this amazing guy, but he actually chose me. So in a way, that's actually kind of how he takes it. He uses it as fuel to, you know, push himself farther and try to beat Sir. So then he does the Gran Torino thing, which looks awesome, the full cowl, shoot style, jumping off walls all around the room. And I thought that was a really great moment for Izuku's character, some good development there, and hopefully it continues in next week's chapter. To be honest with you, I thought that Sir's character was really cool at first, but I'm starting to dislike him a little bit more in this chapter, and solely based on the reason that he just seems a little bit arrogant and conceited. You know, he's so quick to judge Izuku. I mean, he's got a good quirk, and he's got a good sense of, you know, heroing. He's done it for a long time, but so does All Might. And All Might didn't think shit at all of Izuku when he first met him, so the fact that he's able to judge Izuku so quickly just makes me think that he really is kind of conceited a little bit and not willing to give him a chance. Even though he is giving him a chance, he's not willing to actually, you know, look past some of the minor flaws that Izuku has at this point. And if he is, I feel like he would be able to see that Izuku does have the potential to be the next #1 hero. Obviously, he's our main character. Overall, this chapter was pretty average. It was just kind of moving on to forward some of the progression with the internships and whatnot. I did enjoy it. I didn't, you know, enjoy the bombshell about Sir knowing about One for All and everything. And I enjoy Sir's character. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.